Hello, my name's Andrea. I'm 22 years old and I live in Canada. There are a few teachers that I will never forget because of the impact they've had on my lives. Teachers have a huge impact on the lives of students, any age, young, old, youth. In university, I studied psychology. In psychology, we learn a lot about brain development and the important stages that develop certain aspects of a child. Throughout all of these important stages, children are in school. Being with teachers for all of these important stages of development means that teachers have a huge impact on the way students develop. I came to this idea of wanting to be one of these teachers that have an impact on students' lives when I started volunteering at the Learning Center in my university. In the Learning Center, I learned what it was like to create a connection with students, to have that teacher-student relationship, and I learned that it was a great feeling for a student to be able to understand a new concept that you just taught them. It was a feeling that I kept wanting to get over and over. After the Learning Center, I moved to a classroom with a teacher named Jerry Loon. Here, he allowed me and on certain days, multiple other English speakers to come to their class and speak to the students to conversational English. In this English class, I learned what it was like to actually be a teacher. I followed the head teacher around all the time, and he would teach me how to make lesson plans and why he taught a certain way, and all of the reasons behind the way he did everything in his classroom. He would even help answer questions that students had, and he'd teach me why that was the reason for the answer to the students' questions. The students in this classroom absolutely loved their teacher. He was a fantastic teacher, and I knew at that point that I wanted to be a teacher just like him. I wanted to help students and make them happy while they were learning. A boring classroom isn't going to help a student learn the information they need to succeed in life, and it won't empower them to chase whatever dream they have or ambitions they might want to reach. Working in the classroom and in the Learning Center at the University of Victoria, I worked with multiple cultures and multiple types of students, different levels and different abilities in English. So why Korea? When I was younger, I became connected with an older Korean couple at my part-time job. Here, I learned that they didn't really speak English very well, and because of this, I worked harder to learn more about their culture and their language to connect with them. Because of them, I became very connected to Korean culture and Korean language. As I learned basics so I could communicate a little bit with them, I fell in love with everything about the culture, but mostly with them. I began calling them my second parents, and they began calling me their daughter. Because of this connection with my Korean parents, I began having a stronger connection with the Korean students. Knowing about the culture helps me teach them in a way that they might be able to understand a little bit better because I'm able to relate it to either their language or something culturally relatable to them instead of just saying, this is what it is and that's all. Having that background knowledge about Korean culture and some of Korean history and Korean language, I am able to reiterate English lessons in a way that Korean students are able to connect a little bit better with. Of course, I'm not Korean, so I still have a lot to learn when I go to Korea, but I'm open and excited to learn everything I can about the Korean culture to make the learning experience for Korean students worthwhile, for them and for me. I am excited to use my knowledge of psychology and connections with Korean students and the knowledge I've gathered from helping in the English classroom at University of Victoria to become the best teacher I can possibly be. I would like to build a very strong foundation for Korean students to build any path off of so that they can have any future or any job that they might desire because the limit is what you set your mind to. Thank you.